Well, I made some cookies, peanut butter and chocolate. Actually, Melody made the recipe. It's her homemade cookies. I just baked them. Hopefully they don't taste like crap. Melody makes them really good. I probably don't make them very good. We're about to go camping. Stay tuned. We're probably gonna go to Canyon of the Eagles. Okay, well that gets that going. What else? I think we got socks. I've got my backpack. Melody's backpack is in the truck already. What am I telling you all this for? All you want to see is our camping trip, so let's just go ahead and get to that. Oh good, you're home.
Finally.
Yay. That means it's time to take our vitamin waters and hit the road. And I think we're gonna go to Canyon of the Eagles. I think I mentioned that earlier. Did I mention that earlier? You weren't here, you wouldn't know. I don't know. Either way, we're going to Canyon of the Eagles. You might notice something different this time. I'm driving for once. Well, I don't really think it's gonna matter. There's nobody out here. I think we're gonna pull in and get site number 17. We've stayed at this one before and it's really nice. The only thing is, we gotta make sure that it's suitable for hammocks. So I see hammocks can go over there to there. Yeah, I think we're good. Why not? 17 it is. We are pulling in late. It's after 10:30 and we're gonna have to register in the morning so that we can pay for tonight. We're gonna go ahead and use the truck headlights to shine on our campsite so it'll make it easier for us to set up. There's nobody out here. We won't be bothering anybody. That's the beauty of car camping. Feels good to be camping again, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Feel like it's been way too long.
Yeah, I'm gonna tend to agree with that. It's been about 2 months since we went on our last camping trip. And believe me, we've gotten a lot of other things done in the meantime, but there's nothing like having a regularly scheduled camping couple days a week. Every week we used to do this, and now it's just getting harder and harder to do that. Plus we've hit almost all of the places within a reasonable drive from us, so it's taken a little bit more research to find places that we haven't been yet. And tonight we're going with hammocks. Melody's going to use this snazzy Grand Trunk tie-dye fancy schmancy hammock, and I myself am going to go with my standard Grand Trunk Skeeter Beater Pro. Even though it's cold, still like having the security of that bug net on there.
Well, the adventure is definitely going to start tomorrow. For now, we're going to kick back, enjoy a cold one, enjoy this fire, and get a fresh start tomorrow. See you in the morning.
Change of plans. We kind of got hosed on our camping experience here at Canyon of the Eagles. Not a big deal, but when you wake up in the morning and you find out that the primitive site that you're staying in, water only, a dumpster and water, no electricity, they want to charge you a day fee per person, then they want to charge you a reservation fee, even though we didn't make one, and then they want to charge you the camp fee. Altogether, that came to $51 and change, man. For Melody and I, that's a really steep price to spend a night in the woods in a hammock. We didn't even get to spend the whole night in the hammock. It got so cold on us that we had to get in the truck midway through the night and turn the heater on. So it was really kind of a poor experience all the way around, but they charged way too much. So we're gonna go somewhere else, and hopefully we find somewhere that doesn't keep us in the car for a couple hours and ruin half of our day driving. I'm out here on 2243. Lake Buchanan is behind me. We have tons and tons of nature around us. So let's go see if we can find another spot that makes us happy. Melody's gonna drive so I can research where we're gonna go and film a little bit.
When it comes to primitive, we're not paying hotel prices. Bottom line.
We could have stayed in a really, really nice Motel 6 for what we paid to spend 8 hours, if that, under some trees. We didn't even get to use the park. We didn't even use the amenities. We couldn't afford it today. So anyways, we're gonna go figure out somewhere else to go. Wish us luck. So we gotta reroute our plans, and I think we found a little place called Cedar Point. According to the Googles, it's got free camping access, and it's on Lake Buchanan, and so maybe we can salvage this whole experience one way or another. We wanted to get up and cook breakfast this morning. We didn't want to get up and have to pack our stuff and leave. We'll see.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Little Midland Dorbin Road.
May have found something better.
We're just cruising along through this little dirt road. We're gonna try to figure out what kind of spots there are to camp at around here. Like I said, according to the Googles, they don't charge you to camp here. And so far, it looks like it's completely isolated and desolate, and I think we have found our spot. So these are all waterfront sites. Really nice, actually. Grassy. There's a little feral kitten. Well, hello there. We have nothing for you, sir. Yeah, I think Melody's right. I think we've stumbled onto something a little better than what we were anticipating. All kinds of firewood left here for us. There's some in the pit over there, so we don't even need to buy any. A little series of camp spots right here on the water. Really like that. My favorite part is this little bouncy ball I found on the ground.
With the way the weather's been lately, I don't think anybody else is coming out here.
But we're here, and that's what matters. And guess what? You're here too. This place is called Cedar Point.
And it's free!
I do want to say thank you to whoever camped here before we did, because holy moly, we get to throw a little fire stick down in there and just let that sucker go up. Which is something that we need to do pretty fast, because I am hungry.
That'll help make some firewood.
We actually found that on a previous camp trip stuck in a tree. So rather than let it sit there and infect the tree, we took it. A rule of thumb when you're camping is it's always a good idea to get to your camp spot and go ahead and get your camp set up. That way you don't go off and start having fun or get caught up and get distracted, and then later on you're tired, and next thing you know you've got to set up your bed. That being said, we're not going to do that today. We're going to do exactly opposite of what I just told you, because we've been driving, we woke up irritated, and we would rather just play around and eat some food. I think we'll set up our tent maybe in a couple hours. That right there, I haven't busted that out in a long time, but it might be necessary either today or tomorrow. It's my Phantom 3 Professional. It's the drone. You've seen a few drone shots in the past. We're gonna go ahead and start getting set up for lunch. It's lunch now, right? Brunch.
Brunch.
We're gonna have a camping brunch. For the purpose of cooking bacon, we're gonna use this trusty little grill here. We use that big one over there that Melody's working on, and we use that to boil our water. And keep ourselves warm, of course. All right, well, good. Water's boiled, coffee's made, feeling better already. Next up, bacon. Well, we kind of toasted our bacon a little bit. It was really fatty stuff. I didn't even check the packaging when I bought it.
Which means there was a lot of bacon grease, which means grease fire.
That's pretty cool. You can see the sunbeams shooting through the grill. I love smoke. Smoke is awesome.
Yeah, I love when we get home from these trips, just reeking of campfire, making the world smell us. Ah, campfire.
Okay, so we didn't really like the bacon very much.
You mean we didn't like bacon? Whoa.
That's a first.
Yeah.
But I think I know who might like the bacon. So we're gonna try something here. As much as we love animals, I'm not too fond of feral cats hanging around my campsite, because then I gotta watch everything I do. I gotta make sure they're not eating my food, and they just kind of meow all over the place, and I'm not really a cat person. Melody loves cats. But in this case, we're gonna try to rid ourselves of the cat problem. We're gonna carry the food, we're gonna carry this burnt bacon way over here away from our campsite and place it on the ground and let them kind of go nuts on it. That way maybe they'll think that the food is over here. Although I'm sure that they're gonna come wandering back over to us when they're done. But at least it'll buy us some time, cat-free time. All right, there's the food. That ought to keep the cats away from us for a little while. You might be wondering why I have this water jug here full of water and a buff headwear around the nozzle. The reason for that is I'm gonna transfer this water into this tea kettle so that we can boil it. That's right, we didn't buy enough water and there's no water spout here. There's plenty of lake water, but there's a system that you have to follow in order to not get sick. I'm gonna use this buff headwear to act as a filter to catch the sediment when I pour this lake water into this tea kettle. And then we're gonna boil the ever-living crap out of it, just for fun, really. I don't think we're gonna die of thirst out here, but we would like to have some extra water if we need. Looks like the cats are back. So I got the buff headwear around the nozzle. That should act as a decent little filter to get the sediment. And I'm gonna go ahead and pour it into this container and we'll keep it on hand ready for boiling later.
Of course, we do each carry our own water filters, but that just seemed fun. And we wanted to show you something cool. And we now have plenty of water for later.
An entire lake worth.
Sure is a beautiful day for exploring. Let's say we get to it.
Oh yeah, seems like a nice day for these guys. It's a good old-fashioned snakeskin. You just never know what you're gonna find out here on these trails.
Swimming pool?
To be fair, this place went under a severe drought for many years. And they finally, just like our Lake Travis, this lake also finally just got its water back. So a lot of this debris and stuff that we're seeing is probably from low water rising and just junk that comes off of boats and the back of people's boat docks that has just drifted this way. And now we're bushwhacking through the woods. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna watch where I'm going.
I'm sure some of you are wondering, why the heck are y'all not fishing right now? Simple answer, we don't have fishing licenses.
We had them for a year, they expired, and we have not been able to afford to get another one. Losing my job didn't really help our situation a whole lot, so we're doing the best we can to come out and make sure that we can still keep you guys entertained. It's getting a little hard, not gonna lie. Doesn't make it any less fun. Usually when Melody and I, or me and anybody for that matter, set out to do an easy day hike, it always turns into a complicated ordeal. Let's hope that that happens today.
I'm scared of snakes, honestly. After seeing that snake skin, it's a pretty warm day. They like to hang out in piles of sticks.
But we never get to see enough snakes, as far as I'm concerned. I'd like to see more. This is the complicated ordeal I was talking about. Another tricky maneuver here. Yeah. Gotta squeak down real low. Not only do we got the pencil cactus in my face, but we've also got cactus in my face too. Oh, see if we can get out of this. Oh. All right, I'm through.
Woohoo!
Not a problem.
Nope.
Well, we made it into a clearing. No idea where we are. I do see a road sign back there, so we must not be too far from the highway or from the street.
Well, how cool is that?
Nothing says break time like a giant shady oak tree. What do you think about that?
I think it's perfect.
I too think it's perfect. And I think I'm gonna have a cold beverage.
Hey there, all you beautiful people. We've decided break time is over. We're gonna hit the old road to the new road back to our campsite.
Well, there you have it. Looks like we might not be alone in the park tonight. That's okay, as long as they don't come park right up next to us and all up on us with that giant RV. Okay, well, that's a little bit less cool than I thought it was gonna be. We go out on our hike and we come back, and that RV is right next to us. I think we're gonna move. I don't appreciate that. If there's that many spots available out here, you should pull in. Notice that you're encroaching right next to somebody who might want some peace and quiet. You should go somewhere else. Instead, we're gonna go somewhere else because we don't appreciate it. So anyways, we're gonna pack it up and move over to another spot. Cool, so they have amenities here. They're not too far from the camping areas. There's a phone number in there.
Sure is.
If anyone's interested in some work.